the Oculus Quest 2, a fantastic headset for a fantastic price. And I think a lot of us here can agree with that statement. That is, of course, if you're willing to sell your soul to Mark Zuckerberg. Turns out that the Quest 2 has some shortcomings. Wow, who would have thought for that price? But what if I were to tell you that we might honestly try fixing some of those? First of all, the Quest 2's lack of proper IPD adjustment. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Secondly, its use of Fresnel lenses instead of pancake lenses, but that might be replaceable. And a lot of people love to hate on its inside-out tracking. While I think it's great, as long as you're keeping your hands in front of your body, putting things behind you, or where the cameras can't see it, will not work very well. And that is exactly what we are going to be fixing today. Yes, my friends, we're upgrading the Quest's tracking. What is up, everyone? It's Mysticle, and today we're fixing up the Quest's tracking system to give it a massive upgrade. So as usual, in case you guys like this one, slap that little red button down below, and let's get right into it. So, I am very sad to say that this can only be done in case you have a PC. I know a lot of people that buy the Quest don't have a PC, and that's why they buy it, because it's standalone, but a huge, massive group of you guys also are using the Quest for Steam VR, as shown by the Steam hardware survey. Now, in case you guys don't have a PC, I'd say stick around anyway, as this is going to be one very interesting experiment. Essentially, a lot of you that are using the Quest 2 with full body know that you need to calibrate every single time you want to use that. That will also be fixed today, as what I'm doing is I'm giving the Quest 2 Lighthouse tracking. This is great. The Quest will now be Lighthouse tracked, meaning you can use things like index controllers, not having to worry about occlusion behind your back. And who knows, we might even try give the Quest controllers Lighthouse tracking. But with all that being said, let's jump right into the setup, as I know a lot of you might want to do this. So, first of all, what is this? Steam VR has this thing called overrides, which not many people use, but it is completely possible to override headset tracking and make it work. So first thing you want to do is you want to navigate to this location right here, wherever you have Steam VR stored. Fire up this file and change the following information. First of all, require HMD needs to be set to false, as, well, we're replacing the HMD, so you might as well not have it. And you will need to enable multiple drivers in Steam VR. Once you've got that done, that file's done. Save it, and let's move on to the next one. Secondly, you will need some form of Vive tracker, or some tracker tracked by lighthouses. What you want to use, it really doesn't matter. I will be using Tundra trackers for today. And in case you guys saw yesterday's video, you know exactly where this idea came from. You will need to grab that tracker's ID by going to Steam VR, manage trackers, and finding the ID of the current tracker that you want to use as your headset. Once you have that ID, fire up this file right here and add the following line of code right here inside the file. Just paste it, it's going to be down below. Just remember to change the following line to your tracker ID, as this is my Tundra tracker ID and yours is probably going to vary. Once you've got that done, as you can see here, it's going to be now used as the head. Save the file, exit, and I think that's it. You're actually ready to go. So now we're going to move on to the Quest headset itself, as we will need to disable tracking on it in order for this to work correctly. Another huge benefit of this is you can now track completely in the darkness. No IR lights required. So we're going to be trying that out as well. Let's jump right in. Inside your Quest headset, it's super simple. All you need to do is launch your settings, go into System, go into Headset Tracking, and turn that off. After you're done with that, launch any app that you're going to be using to connect your headset to your PC. For me, that's Virtual Desktop. Then I just super quickly tested it out to make sure everything was working. So, for the sake of science, I have taken apart the Tundra tracker, and by that I mean taken off the bottom, and literally 3M taped it to the front of my Quest, because easiest possible way. Okay, so now I need to go through a room setup like I would go through with any other Steam VR headset, because currently this thing is underneath the ground. Check this out. We've got the Tundra tracker. The Quest is in Virtual Desktop. We don't need any controllers connected because it's going to auto-connect. We've got hand tracking off, obviously, and this might happen sometimes. You can't see what's happening inside the headset right now, but essentially my screen is offset by a little bit. So what you want to do, if that ever happens, grab your right touch controller and essentially just reposition it once again to the right place. And now that it's in the right place for me, I can put my right touch controller away because it's not being recognized as a controller anyway. We've got my 2 index controllers. I can track behind my back. And just to prove to you that this is, as a matter of fact, the Tundra tracker tracking the headset, if I cup over the Tundra tracker, it has no clue what's happening. And if I uncup it, so here we go. I'm now recording on Quest. And once again, I'm going to show you what happens if I cup over the Tundra tracker, just like this. no tracking whatsoever. I uncup it, we've got tracking. So, as usual, as I said to you earlier, this also means that our index controllers are now perfectly tracked. And as you can see here, I'm playing Beat Saber. Everything is working without any issues whatsoever. I mean, this is the simple part. We're tracking base stations. The cool part is the headset is also being base station tracked. So, as you can see, tracking is perfect, right? But one thing that I promised you guys that we would try is tracking in the darkness. Because, after all, lighthouse tracking doesn't need light. So, very bare amount of light in here right now. The Quest would definitely not track in this. And as you can see, I've still got 100% positional tracking. What's up, Danny? I know you're there. Let's try it. Never played this one. I know I'm gonna probably perish. Whoa. So certainly not my best performance. Definitely not. Let's launch some VR chat. You can see here, tracking behind my back, no problem. I mean, again, it's an index controller. Why wouldn't it be, you know? I mean, the index controllers really aren't the thing here. I think as our next experiment, we definitely need to try making the Oculus touch controllers index tracked. Should I do that now? It's so good at occlusion though. Like, seriously. I need to cup the entire thing over. And then the second I uncup it, here we go. And if I were to turn off the Tundra Tracker, what actually happens is quite interesting. Everything completely freaks out. As you can see, I've just turned it off now. Everything freaks out because the Tundra Tracker is the headset. That wasn't enough for me. I went and I did it. Now we have base station tracked Oculus touch controllers. Let's see if they work. So currently, as you can see, there are no controllers, but if I turn on the Tundra Tracker, we should now see a controller appear here any second now. There we go, we've got one, and now I'm just gonna wait for the second one. And we've got two. Wow, we have lighthouse tracked touch controllers. Wow. And here you can see that they are, as a matter of fact, showing touch controllers with Tundra Trackers on top of them. Okay, and inside my Oculus menu, you can also see that my controllers aren't actually tracked. My tracking is off. Now I am going to do my room setup. So to do that, I turn this on, standing only. So as you can see, I have my base station tracked Oculus touch controllers. And I mean, what better way to try these out than to hop into VR chat and check out that beautiful, no occlusion on touch controllers. This might just be one of the dumbest things I have ever done. And as you can see, they still work as touch controllers. All the triggers, grips, and everything, rotation tracking, everything just works. A base station tracked touch controller. How cool is that? We've got an actual base station tracked touch controller. You could put the hands behind your head, move them around, they still work. We've got a base station tracked Oculus Quest and base station tracked Oculus touch controllers. We are defying Mark Zuckerberg right now. This is so cool. Haha, I'm checking behind my head, Mark. What are you gonna do to me? Without cameras using your touch controllers. This is so cool. Okay. And of course, I mean, they still work as touch controllers. I can feel the tape just wobbling every time I do. These are not mounted on here correctly. I am not taking that risk. Here we are. Base station tracked touch controllers. And of course, if I do occlude one of these, so if I just go like this, it freaks out and it doesn't know what's happening. But the second I open it up, we've got a base station track touch controller. What else can I say, guys? We've done it. We've defied Mark Zuckerberg. This is fantastic. Thank you for doing this journey with me. Let's do an outro. We made it happen. Unlike yesterday's experiment, however, which was utterly useless, I do think this one has true value to it. I know thousands of you guys use your Oculus Quest 2 as a PC VR headset. And yes, this wasn't pretty, but I could 3D print something. You guys could 3D print something, design something to make this more permanent and just better in general. We literally have a base station tracked Oculus Quest 2 here right now. It just works. And we did this with 3 Tundra trackers. That is amazing. And yes, it is more accurate than inside-out tracking. I mean, obviously, it's being tracked by outside in. And of course, you have that tracking behind your body. In case you guys are wondering how I got the controllers to work, all I did is I added these 2 little lines of code with the IDs of my other Tundra trackers, you know, setting them as the left and right hand. After that, I just placed them on the controllers roughly where I think they should be, and I mean, it works. We made it work. That is incredible. We have literally given the Quest 2 a massive upgrade. Like, this is a huge upgrade over inside-out tracking. You can actually reach behind your back now. That is, I hope this could help some of you out. To be completely honest with you, I hope that someone here finds this useful. Other than that, I mean, let's just end here. There's not much more to it. We made it work. This doesn't normally happen. We don't normally succeed. Thank you all so much for being here today. I hope you'll have a fantastic day or night. If you guys like this one, please leave a like. If you guys disliked it, I guess this button works too. But please tell me why down in the comment section below. Thank you so much to the Patreons supporting this channel. You guys help me out a ton, help me pay my bills, help me pay for my little subscriptions here and there, and overall help me make these videos better. So thank you so much for that. If you guys would like to support the channel in any way, shape, or form, we've got sick mugs down below, as well as some merch that does not put a huge ad on anybody. As usual, in case you guys would like to join our community, check out our Discord down below, check out our Reddit for more crazy things, and I would love to see you posting your spicy memes on there. And as usual, in case you guys want to be notified about future content coming up on the channel daily, make sure to smack the subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.